Hi, this is Steve. I'm going to talk about preserving mushrooms today. We have some maitake here, or hen of the woods, sheep's head, whatever you want to call it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of it in the dehydrator for 4 to 6 hours, and then we're going to put it in glass jars. Some other portion of the mushroom I already put into a paper bag here. The reason you don't want to use plastic is because it'll retain moisture and your mushrooms will get slimy. So you want to put it just fresh into the paper bag, and then you can just close it like that, not real tight. That way if moisture does evaporate, it'll just escape the bag. It won't get trapped in there and make your mushrooms slimy. We're also going to put this into the dehydrator. You can also just put some fresh mushrooms into a Ziploc bag and put that in the freezer, and that'll keep for several months. This, I assume, will only keep for about a week or two. You don't want it to rot. I mean, it can dry out, that's fine, because when you cook it, you're going to be using oil, butter, or water to cook with, so that will actually rehydrate it. So you can leave it in the bag for quite a while. As far as you can either can mushrooms or dehydrate them. We're going to dehydrate them, and that should keep for at least 6 months to a year. So we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and load up my dehydrator rack. You want to make sure that the mushroom is 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. If it's any thicker than that, it'll just take longer to dehydrate. And you can do this on any kind of mushroom. It doesn't have to be hen of the woods. Also, when you clean this mushroom, you don't want to let it soak in water, or you can rinse it with a little water, but you don't want to get it too wet. You can actually just brush it off with a brush, like a paintbrush. This one's a little too thick, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. You can brush it off with a paintbrush, or just wipe it with a paper towel. And this is the best mushroom I've ever tasted. I just like to fry it in butter, no seasoning, and it tastes great. You don't want to overdo it either. You just want to fry it until it's gold colored. You can't beat it. I think it's better than morel mushrooms. It's a lot easier to find too. Alright. Well, say this one's about full. Go ahead and put the lid on it. Plug it in. We'll let it go for 4 to 6 hours. And this is what I fried up earlier tonight to eat. I ate a lot of it, but some of it I'm going to keep for tomorrow and see how it does if you pop it in the microwave for a few seconds, see if it still tastes good. So, yeah, it's a very good mushroom though. If you can find it out in the woods, I highly recommend it because it's the best mushroom I've ever had.